to be hosting this one or moderating this one. It's one that's near and dear to my heart as well, especially serving as the president of the Georgia Haitian American Chamber of Commerce. So today, for this segment, we'll be focusing on impact investing. And one of the things that's very important when it comes to some of the things that we're dealing with in Haiti is the opportunity when we're talking about investment, impact investment is very important. Haiti is one of those countries where when you're thinking about investing, of course, a lot of people think about risk and they're very hesitant, but it's also important when you think about the social aspect of things because Haiti is one of those countries that needs development. And part of our mission in the Chamber and our vision at the Chamber is that Haiti is a developed nation in our lifetime. So when we think about investing in Haiti, we don't want to just look at it from the stance of what am I going to get in return immediately, or how can I make a return within the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years sometimes. You really want to think in terms of the impact that we're going to have at the same time, because that's what's really going to be important when we're talking about having a social impact and change. I'm going to jump right into here because I want to make sure that we have enough time for you all to ask questions. This time we're going to give you time to ask questions. The last one I did, we didn't really have so much, so I'm going to make sure we make that happen this time. For this session, which is Impact Investment for Opportunities in Agriculture and Food in Northern Haiti, I want to go ahead and bring up our expert panelists. First, we're going to bring up Gabrielle Aurel, who is the co-founder and CEO of Songe Haiti. Round of applause. I forgot to give them the music, the walk-up music, sorry. There we go, y'all help me out here, make it a little entertaining. Thank you, I like it. All right, next up, let's bring up Daniel Tilias, co-founder and chair of Sakala. There we go, I like this crowd. See, y'all were there last night, All right, keep going. Next up, we have Alex St. Franc, President and CEO of Consortium MetFetVet. Come on. All right, move over just move over one. All right, and then we're gonna bring up Albert Pierre Paul Joseph, CEO of CLES Productions Sans Frontières. All right, thank you all so much. Y'all were getting tired. And then I want to, I heard the claps starting. They said, all right, Ronald, we didn't sign up to be the DJ for tonight. But thank y'all. I'll give y'all $1 each when y'all leave here. It's all I got. Last but not least, I do want to bring up one more person. As the president of a Chamber of Commerce, I'm very big. If you ever come to our networking events and our meetings, I have no shame in saying we're here to do business with some of y'all. And so I want to bring up a special guest. Her name is Marlene Julian, and she is the founder or chief creolist at Creole Solutions. Come on up. I was trying to get it right.
I'm not an expert. I'm just going to be interpreting.
Oh, no. You're part of the party. Everybody has an important role. So real quickly, this was not part of the plan, but I want you to tell them exactly what you do, because I'm all about business.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Marlene Julien, Chief Creolist of Creole Solutions, as you mentioned. I am the founder and CEO of Creole Solutions, and we specialize in Haitian Creole translation services. Our company has 3 main goals: giving Haitians access to information in their language, creating job opportunities for language professionals in Haiti, and promoting the Haitian Creole language. And I'm very excited to be here. You guys can stop by my table. I have some merchandises, the Haitian alphabet, and different things promoting the Haitian Creole language parce que c'est Creole nous yé.
Amen. Thank you. Just have a...
And I'm going to be interpreting for this gentleman.
Thank you. Yeah, okay. All right, so thank you all for being an engaging audience, helping DJ. and welcoming the guests. I want to jump right into some things. When we talk about impact investing, and especially specifically with this group that we have up here, the main focus is agriculture and food in Northern Haiti. And so when we talk about that, there are some opportunities that the diaspora and the role of the diaspora can play in making some things move when it comes to not just investing in Haiti in terms of the businesses, but the impact that they can have in terms of spreading a lot of the goods that they have across the world. So I want to first let each panelist introduce themselves, and they're going to have, I think each one of them has a brief slides. And again, for the sake of this, the time that we have, make sure you are brief. Don't take too long. I'm a PK, so I know we can give a long story about myself, so we're going to practice the 5 B's up here. You all know what the 5 B's are? Be brief, brother, be brief. All right, and sisters, all right? First up, we're going to start with Gabby.
And bonjour Atlanta, this is my second home, and it's a pleasure to be here. I am Gabrielle Aurel, a boat people child, and after high school, I lost my mom at sea coming to the United States, but my dad left, I was only 2, and I lost my mom at the age of 5. But thanks to my parents who paid the ultimate price, after high school, I had the privilege to come to the United States. I spent 6 months in Florida with my dad and decided to move to Georgia, format me, made me who I am today. I lived in DeKalb, Georgia. I worked for the state of Georgia as a data manager. I had both my babies, that's my firstborn, in Georgia. And out of more obligation, I started Songer Haiti to help Haitians help themselves. You get to the point where you said, I was living that American dream, but deep inside, I know that was not my dream. I decided I didn't want to run a nonprofit right here in Georgia, in my comfort zone, living my, to me, American dream. I needed to create the Haitian dream. Then on February 2006, I packed, I put my house on the market and resigned from my state job as a data manager. I embarked in that journey with my 3- and 4-year-old. They started school in Haiti, but thank God now they graduated from college. My son played football at Center College in Danville, Kentucky, and then he is now trying to enroll and to continue to be a physical therapist. And my daughter wants to be a lawyer. She needs your help, Sandra. And it's my privilege to tell you the Haiti is not a lost cause. What do we do when we say, helping Haitians to help themselves? We start with a grassroots movement at the bottom up with education, because we believe education is a powerful tool that can build strong leaders and nations. So at the school, unfortunately, the clip you have was not the best quality. We make sure that all of our students, by the time they reach to 9th grade, they at least learn a trade. Thus, one student, one trade activities. You see them painting murals in the communities. What they do, because they're doing that, they get paid for that. They learn at the school. And we want to take one of the Haitian Diaspora group, is the Haitian American artist in Boston, led by Charlot Lucien. Every December, he sent $400 to buy supplies for the painting club, and they're making money out of it. And we would like to also take so many others who always help $500 a year to sponsor a student to get quality education and a trade. Reason why I want to go into details how we trickle down from the school to the community. We have several workshops at the school. The students sew their own uniforms, and they get paid for that. Those are students from 10 up to 19. Our school from preschool all the way to 12th grade. And we make sure that our students are connected to you. You cannot say you cannot be involved in that movement. Although there's no electricity, we make sure they have solar energy so they can have access to internet through you can be where you are and impact your homeland. So with agriculture, we see the parents are struggling all the time. And we would like to thank RASA, H-R-A-S-A, the sponsor who sponsored Songe Haiti to be here today. When last year we have parents doing yucca, we had some parents with the canal situation, they moved back to SEMA, and one of them came with a type of yucca roots, like stems, they were planting, and you should see they were so big, he called Thai 8 and also CMC4. Everybody got and you motivated, they want to plant more yucca and so forth, and I said, what can we do to really, because we try to assess what in the community, we don't want to reinvent the wheels, we meet them where they are, and then we try to uplift them from there. And we see the quality of the yucca, because back then they used to plant 2 different types of yucca, but the yield was so low, and now it's 6 times the profit they make out of those 2 types of yucca. They say, let's invest on that. And we did invest on that, and they make more money now by producing manioc in the area. And since we have culinary arts students at our school, we also come about agribusiness. They make yucca chips. And yucca cannot just be boiled and eat like that. We make yucca cremas. We make yucca pudding.
I don't want you to give away all the good stuff now. Hold on. We're going to dive deep. So hold off on because we're going to dive. I want to have a conversation about that. So don't go too deep into that, all right? All right. So you want to wrap up with something else too?
Yeah, I want to wrap up on something else. Reason why we do to the rural areas of Haiti, we want to encourage them to stay in the villages. We can start from there and have the trickle effect. Yes. I don't want you, my brothers and sisters, to be complacent about that statement. Port-au-Prince is not Haiti. What do you mean it's not Haiti? What are we doing to refrain the gangs to expand all over Haiti? I think we can start where you are in those rural areas by empowering the kids, the youth, the women, all those people coming from the Dominican Republic. Put them to work. If we are not frustrated about what Abinader is doing to us as Haitians, nothing can really change, infuriated us to change our country and make it a livable place for all.
Thank you, Gabby. Daniel?
So hello everyone, thank you, Gabrielle, because it's a good segue to what I need to put my timer. I normally keep time for you, but I need to keep time for myself. Yes, so my name is Daniel Tilius, and I'm known as Daniel Sakala because I started this wonderful organization En Cité Soleil. It's 16 years ago, and I like when Gabrielle was talking about Port-au-Prince is not Haiti, and that's something people say too often because I grew up with people saying Port-au-Prince is not Cité Soleil, and I was like, you know what? You better watch, because if you don't really pay attention to what is happening in Cité Soleil, at some point, it would grow, and it may be too overwhelming to even take care of it. And that's exactly what we're experiencing right now, unfortunately. So I started this organization, and because it was 2004, gangs all over, my mom would say, don't come to Cité Soleil, even to see me, because it's too dangerous. And I was like, how come this happened? And I needed to do something, and I started this community center to give a space, a safe space to youth there to live like their opportunity for a better dream for something else. But it was not easy, as we have been in our 16 years. We continue to have this case study and progress, of course. So we have to share this with you so you understand why we are changing what we do, which was mostly getting like a bunch of kids like to play basketball, to get scholarship. When they turn 16, that's when we noticed that it was beyond of our capacity, like to help them. Because at age 16, that's when they wanted to have a shoe and like a new t-shirt, and that's when the gangs became like very attractive to them. So that's why we started like with this new approach of job power, giving the youth the power to transform themselves through jobs, because I saw firsthand the experience here where a kid like turned 15, 16, they get a job and they start understand money. I think like it was Gabrielle saying yesterday, understand like how money works. And this gives them the opportunity or the power to say no to gangs, recruitment, and so on. So we decided like the only way like to do this would be through agriculture, because every time that we started like some good training, we couldn't place them like anywhere because they from Cité Soleil, unfortunately, but also all the businesses in the surrounding didn't have the capacity like to hire everyone. So that's why we started like to do this like through agriculture, and we managed to already get like many of them. And the real idea behind it is not only to listen to them so they can say, this is what we want to change ourselves. Because I saw kids who were part of the program, like who at some point would see me coming and would be hiding with the guns behind a wall. And I'm like, I see you. And they're like, you know what? They tease me sometimes because I was the president of the soccer league. And they would say, president, it's just like too much. Because it's like when I see my mom without food and this guy's like having everything, I feel like I need something. So that's why we're like, you know what? Let's start at the age 16 to provide a part-time job to create the work culture, but also the experience of giving them like the power to say no when it comes to ask them things like this. And we believe that maybe we'll get like deeper in this because we know that time is very constrained with us. We believe like the best way like to deal with this is to have the diaspora involved in this, because we already have like more than like 1,000 of youth who've been benefiting from our contracts and plastic collection, tree nursery, soil prep, food processing. And we're now having a great demand, like thank you to Daniel Selo that I don't see anymore. So good who help us like connected like with people in the northern region right now who say, okay, now you have the kids who have the skills to prepare the seedlings, who have the seeds, who have everything. Like we want to provide them like jobs so they can have the willpower that you're talking about. So I think this is the kind of achievements that we have so far in the regions of Haiti. And you see these youth like making their first like $1 per hour because it's a part-time job, like per day. And you see that there's like so much of potential, but we believe that we want to make it happen like through the diaspora, because we want to grow this relationship where they feel that they're not alone in this struggle. People, their cousins, their uncle, godfather, godmother are behind them and the struggle, and that's what we believe that we can do. And I will talk more with people who want to understand how they can use their remittances, not even give more, but just the remittances, to create this pathway to these youths to have the first job, but also to have dignity that is just not a gift that I received from my godmother, but it's also like payment for me contributing to improve my community. So thank you so much. Maybe we will answer more questions later.
Thank you.
I have to have that video play. No, I'm not doing anything.
Yo grain maïs donné yo zepi qui gagne 500 jusqu'à 800 graines. Dim nan ki lot bagay nous capable investir. Qui capable ban nous yon pour 800 dans 10 semaines. Et puis sorti dans tête monde, rive dans platon, oui, tout donné maïs. Nous chita a plein misère nous. Zaman, on maïs quoi nous entendez? Nous devons consommation organique. Cultivateur du force à courage. Tout ce qu'il y a à terre, oui. Nous qu'à faire ça. Nous qu'à faire ça. Nous comptons pour changer. Point nous pas jouer. Nous sommes à la Wombade. Nous planter. Chaque jour, matin, midi, à soir, plusieurs façons. Tout le monde.
Okay, lots, you know.
We're going back to...
Yeah.
This time.
OK. Bonjour tout le monde. Et moi-même, c'est ingénieur Alex Saint-Franc. Et moi, c'est président, directeur consortium Maître Févet. Et nous, et grâce à ça qui facilite nous venir aujourd'hui là, et nous avons dit Madame Saint-Lô avec l'équipe, merci. C'est, nous créer consortium Maître Févet. C'est pas effort. Henri Nicolas, nous sommes parler là, nous planter Maria.
Alex, s'il vous plaît, si vous va parler un petit temps pour toi, pour
Ok.
pas de
Ok,
connaître.
vous besoin m'interpréter pour vous. Est-ce que nous sommes capables de recommencer, s'il vous plaît?
Okay. All right. So
Hi,
they asked me
everyone.
to speak again because Maître Févet, the concept of this, les dit c'est créole vombale, les recommandé c'est créole vombale. So c'est avec haïtien là, malheureusement bon, nous avons interprété nous là, c'est peut-être ça nous avons interprété nous là. Et même ambassadeur a parlé créole. OK? So, comme nous connaissons ça. OK? Ambassadeur a parlé créole, chargé tout le monde a parlé créole. So créole là, sorry, m'a parlé à la cause de Maître Févet.
OK. Juste donner un petit temps pour
c'est
toi.
ingénieur Alex Saint-Franc.
Pour commencer.
Vous comprenez ça?
Oui, parce qu'il y a des gens qui ne parlent pas avec eux.
Moi, c'est PDG, président directeur et consortium Maître Févet.
Ok.
OK. Non, moi, c'est Alex Saint-Franc, son ingénieur.
My name is Alex Saint-Franc. I'm an engineer.
Moi, c'est président directeur de Maître Févet.
I am the CEO of Met-Févet,
Consortium Maître Févet.
a consortium Met-Févet.
So, consortium Maître Févet, nous avons créé pour nous adresser un problème de grand goût, même États-Unis, USAID de dire, les Nations Unies disent, il y a moitié de la population haïtienne qui est en danger de mourir grand goût.
The reason we create this consortium is because of the hunger problem. The UN and USAID mentioned that half of the population of Haiti is suffering from hunger.
Et en avril, qui s'est passé, on a assisté même dans l'UN, il y a une session qui dit c'est plus que moitié population.
I went to a session by the UN and they even mentioned that it's more than half of the population.
Next slide, well,
So on the next slide, I'm going to ask all of you a question.
Comment faire un pays, nous dans les Caraïbes, là, nous avons terre, nous avons de l'eau, et pas vrai, nous avons soleil,
How come we're in the Caribbean, we have land, water, sun?
yo pas move Haïti tout, Paul non, comment faire? Maïs, c'est la caille nous sorti, c'est nous commencer avec cultivation maïs.
How come they didn't move to Haiti to the North Pole, and we cultivate corn in Haiti?
Nous avons un agronome,
We have agronomists.
son seul bagage non pas bien. Nous avons pour nous là, c'est diaspora, tu comprends le problème, non? Nous expliquons le problème dans toute radio, dans toute télévision. Faut que nous plantions maïs dans tout le pays, au moins pour nous commencer à tête nous manger.
We were only missing one thing. It's the diaspora who didn't understand the situation. Now you have the information, and what we need to do is cultivate corn all over the country.
So, si nous regardons dans la dernière session vidéo, dans la dernière minute, il faut que nous voyons que tout le bagage nous avons fait avec maïs.
And
Tout le gens nous avons mangé maïs.
If you saw the last seconds of the video, you see the multitude of things you could do with corn. You could do so much with corn.
Maïs moulé, chaka,
Cornmeal, chaka,
akassan,
akassan,
gâteau, pain,
cake, bread,
bonbon,
cookies,
spaghetti.
spaghetti, macaroni.
Et bien, oui, nous faisons chico avec maïs.
Right, we can make chico
Cornflakes.
with corn.
Nous
Cornflakes.
faisons l'huile.
We make
Mais
oil.
mes amis, ça qui passe nous là comme haïtiens.
So what are we
Ça
doing as
tout le
Haitians?
bon, oui, ça qui passe nous.
What's happening?
Hein? Ça qui passe nous. Est-ce que l'Italie a dit qu'il y a un problème grand goût parce que lui-même, ça passe, il utilise farine pour le faire pain, il mange farine dans tout le temps.
Can Italy complain about hunger because they have the
Il mange
flour?
farine dans tout le temps.
They have so many ways to eat corn. To
So
make the
actuellement
flour.
là, nous comptons 36 façons. Les maps disent pas dire dans la bouche. Nous faisons, nous faisons, nous manger, nous la diaspora nous mange.
And we have at least 36 ways that we can make it. We've done it ourselves, and you see what we've been able to do with it.
So premier bagay nous est fait. Diaspora a senti ça, l'aime lancer projet ça. Moi dit nous pas demander charité.
So when I did it, the first thing I said when I launched this project was that I'm not going to beg.
C'est nous-mêmes qui pour mettre poète nous ensemble pour nous commencer, mettre trop nous ensemble.
We have to join forces and put our money together.
So là nous dans ce programme nous lancer son radio créé Cadence TV radio qui est établi dans Rhode Island.
So when we
Jean
did
tout le
this,
monde toujours dit, ah, tendez à quoi c'est D. Mais
so when we
même
launched
nous
this,
là,
Stop, ça vous, non? OK? So, non, une temps seulement, mes amis. Tout le bon, nous dans ce programme, nous tellement frappé d'asseoir. Premier une temps, nous reste $300,000. Pas cadeau, nous, en investment.
So when we did this program, we launched it at a Cadence TV radio, and within 1 hour, we raised $300,000 in investments.
Actuellement, quand je parle avec vous là, son programme qui a $3.8 millions qui est investi là-dedans.
So at this time, we have $3.8 million invested in this
Au
program.
moins, on a prouvé $2.8 millions en cash.
I can prove it, $2.8 million in cash.
Et puis, il y a des gens qui investissent dans le tracteur,
And there are people investing in
dans
tractor
la machine, dans le camion.
and equipments and
Dans toute
trucks.
qualité d'équipement pour faire à casse,
And
pour
all
faire
t-
manger pour bête avec pomaille, paille, nous mêler ensemble.
And all types of things.
So nous créons une grosse industrie, non, et limonade, dans pile monde a visité nous, Madame Saint-Louis.
So we've processed a lot of things with it, with our tools, and now we've developed a big industry and limonade where Mrs. Danielle can show you.
Jodi là, nous créons dans seule commune limonade là, nous créons 340 jobs.
And just in the parish of Limonade, we've created 340
Et
jobs.
c'est pas dans bouche moi dire non, moi gagne ni tout le monde qui travaille dans le projet.
And I'm not just talking about it. I have the national identification ID of everyone who's working in that program.
Et qu'on y a là, objet qui nous actuellement quand on parle avec nous, nous avons plus que 300 carottes plantées en maïs.
And as I'm talking to you right now, we have more than 340 hectares of
Et
corn.
les frontières étaient fermées, les Saint-Domingue étaient fermées, les frontières, nous avons installé des machines. Nous pas oublier, non, c'est projet nous qui va le pousser. Ça fait, nous avons 1 million, nous avons 600 000 kilogrammes de maïs qui étaient récoltés, qui étaient parés pour mouler. Plus on a 600 000 encore qui nous ont cassé, nous bouillir, manger, pour nous décasser. Ça veut dire que, frontière pour ouvrir.
So when the Dominican Republic closed their borders, we already had our equipment to work. I had 600 kilograms of corn and then another 600 that I could cook and grill and everything. So them closing the border didn't really have an impact on us.
So, nous avons toute formule, nous, pareil, actuellement, nous avons produit, hein, nous produisons, nous avons maïs, et nous introduisons dans la production, nous, manioc pour nous faire cassava routi. Actuellement, là, dans le mois passé, là, nous délivrons 200 000 morceaux de cassava pour l'école.
And right now we're producing cassava for children. We recently delivered 200,000 pieces of cassava
Et
to
moi, ça,
children.
nous avons délivré, je dis à 8 ou 9, nous avons délivré premier 100 000 morceaux pour le mois de novembre. Nous pas de fruits.
And today is the 8th or 9th, and we've already delivered 100,000 pieces. We are not playing.
OK? So, pour nous, là, nous avons augmenté parce que nous tellement gain de demande, parce que les habitants viennent côté nous, ils sont à côté, ils sont plantés.
And the residents of the area, now there are so many requests, so they're coming because they know there's a place where they can come and sell their products.
Et à cause du programme nous établi, le département agriculture, quand on dit que la production maïs a se doublé à des ça, nous avons espoir là.
And because of the work we've done, the Department of Agriculture,
So,
Alex, je vais faire une pause là parce qu'il y a une pile de questions à demander et puis on va avoir une opportunité pour parler sur tout ça, OK?
all right.
Thank you.
Okay.
You can
So,
stay.
merci.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
N'a cherché diaspora, plus investissement dans diaspora.
We're looking for more investments
More
from the
investment.
diaspora.
N'a parlé sur ça, n'a parlé sur ça, n'a parlé sur ça. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Bueno,
So, merci beaucoup.
Good job. Thank you, Alex.
I love
Merci
this
beaucoup,
program. It's
merci
very
beaucoup,
successful.
merci.
Thank you very much.
Avec Rassa qui invite nous là, que grâce à eux-mêmes, qui fait que là, que tout le monde focus dans le projet.
Thank you, Rassal, for the invitation. That's why everyone is focused on the program.
Merci, Alex. All right. And last but not least. Yep, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Pierre Albert Joseph.
Moi, c'est ancien président de la Chambre de commerce Nord-Est.
I'm the former president of the Chamber of Commerce of the Northern Section.
Et je remercie toute l'équipe NHPA qui m'a l'opportunité de partager avec nous le travail qu'on fait dans le département Nord-Est.
And I want to thank NAAHP for giving me the opportunity to share my work with
Nous
you.
avons gardé l'impact d'investissement que nous faisons, l'opportunité d'investissement sur la région Nord.
And to see the impact of your investments and the opportunities for investment in the Northern Section.
Donc, là, on a parlé de région. Là, on a parlé de région qui a 2,5 millions de bouches pour manger. Ça veut dire que nous sommes de Molsen-Nicolas pour arriver jusqu'à Wadamet.
And when I'm talking about the Northern Section, I'm talking about 2.5 million mouths to feed,
Il y a une région qui a un gros pôle, on a dit touristique,
and a region that has a lot of touristic potential.
qui a 2 parcs industriels qui ont
That's-
environ 40 000 jobs.
2 industrial parks that can create jobs.
Donc, il y a une région qui est très attractive, qui permet à ce que nous soyons capables de faire commerce avec différents pays, que ce soit la République dominicaine, les pays qui sont en Latino-Amérique, les pays latino-américains et même les États-Unis. Donc, nous sommes très prêts.
And a country that has many opportunities to do business with other countries like in the Dominican Republic, the Latin American region, and even the United States.
Moi, j'ai fait 20 ans de travail dans l'ONG internationale et après ça, après le tremblement de terre, moi, quitté l'île, moi, je viens de la caille,
I've worked for an international organizations for over
pour regarder
20
qui jeunes nous
years.
capables de mettre en valeur le secteur agricole. Là.
And I left to come back to my country to see how I can boost
Et
the
particulièrement-
agricultural sector.
Particulièrement dans la filière du riz. Oui, particulièrement dans la filière du riz.
And we are producing rice.
Nous commençons à travailler dans la filière en 2012.
We started working there in 2012.
Rendement à l'hectare, là, c'était 1 tonne 75 litres. Rendement de yield,
The yield was, combien?
1,75.
The yield was 1.75 tons.
Et nous dérivons jusqu'à 6 tonnes 10 de rendement. On fait ça.
Oui, puis
Et avec USAID, à travers un projet avancé,
Tant pis, est-ce qu'on peut parler plus doucement? Merci.
Sorry.
My brain is going crazy.
Oui. Nous arrivons jusqu'à 6 tonnes de rendement en 2019.
We made about 6 tons of yield.
Donc, nous commençons à travailler dans la filière du riz. Faut-il descendre dans le slide? Il y a 2 photos pour montrer nous. Retourner dans 2 photos pour montrer nous l'histoire, nous, côté nous sorti.
So these pictures
Oui,
are-
là. Là, nous commençons avec 4 moulins artisanaux. Parce que il y a un problème de service pour mesdames, madame Sarah, qui ont acheté du riz pour vendre, ils n'ont pas de moulin. Nous installons 4 moulins pour eux.
So we installed these four equipments for women who were working because the women had problems selling their products.
Premier l'argent pour nous faire moulin, ça c'est avec la Fondation Boston qui donne nous $10,000 chaque année.
So
Et nous achetons 2 moulins, nous mettons.
We bought these 2 mills from a Boston organization that financed it.
Et nous sortis dans 8 ans, nous grandis et nous traversons dans la deuxième étape là.
So we
Qui
grew
dit ça
and-
nous là, je dis, avec une entreprise industrielle et c'est une entreprise qui est plus moderne dans le pays, dans affaires de transformation du riz. Nous plus moderne. Donc, ces choix-là, aïe, aïe, aïe. C'est arrivé, papa. Allez.
Yeah.
Ah, ok.
Several
Je te mets ton pied.
Vous faites peut-être moins chaud
Ah,
là.
c'est tellement.
Pas de problème.
5 minutes.
Pas de problème. Oui, pas de problème.
OK. Donc, nous avons ces choix. Nous avons ces choix. Dryer, 120 kg jour. Nous avons séché du riz 120 kg par jour.
We have a dryer where we can dry 150 kilograms
Yeah.
per day.
Nous moulin industriel là, nous fait 80 kg, 80 tonnes par jour.
The mill, we can make 80 tons per day.
Mais si nous regardons du riz, nous fait là, son du riz vraiment grain long.
So if you look at the rice here, the grain is, we have the
Nous
long
pas
grain.
gagner pour nous vie à du riz que nous avons importé. Donc, du riz, ça nous vend sous Brain, nous vend sous Mac par nous, qui est le riz Bellegues. Si nous entendons parler de riz Bellegues, c'est nous-mêmes.
So this rice, we have our own branding on Ziribel Neges. That means
C'est tout-
beautiful black girl rice.
Donc, nous-mêmes, nous venons là pour nous dire que il y a raison pour nous continuer à booster la filière du riz.
So we're here to say that there are reasons to continue to boost the rice sector.
Parce que nous achetons $300 millions de riz dehors.
Because in Haiti, we purchased $300 million of rice.
Et production, nous, aujourd'hui, à la plus petit que moins que 15% de ça nous consommons.
And our production is less than 50% of what we eat.
Parce que nous mangeons 645 000 tonnes de riz par année.
We eat 640,000 tons of rice per day.
Et chaque Haïtien consomme 80 kg.
Hey, every Haitian, 80? Every Haitian eats 80 kilograms.
Et nous connaissons qui rôle du riz joué dans l'assiette, nous l'avons mangé. Du riz pèse en pile.
And you Haitians eat rice every day.
Donc, filière ça lui-même, culture ça stratégique pour nous,
And
pour
this
trois
is
raisons.
strategic for 3 reasons.
À la fois pour rôle, contribution par l'élargir à cette alimentaire, nous.
And our contribution to
Pour te manger dans l'assiette. nous.
bring more food in our plates.
Et en plus, il y a 5 millions de gens qui sont dans l'insécurité alimentaire. Donc, il
And-
permet que
Food insecurity, there are more than, combien moun?
5 millions.
5 million people dealing with food insecurity.
Gagner un enjeu économique. Tout.
There's an economic,
Sauf qu'il qui crée un pile travail, il crée un pile revenu.
it creates a lot of revenue. There's a lot of jobs.
Sur chaque carotte, nous mettons en valeur, nous créons 13 jobs.
So every hectare creates
Direct.
13 jobs. And politically speaking,
Filière capable de participer à augmenter la croissance économique du pays.
and it can increase the country's GDP
Parce que je dis là, nous, pays vaut moins que 10 milliards de dollars.
because the country's GDP now is less than $10 billion.
Et la République dominicaine vaut 90 milliards. Donc, nous avons une différence. là.
The Dominican Republic has $90
pas-
billion.
C'est tout. Bon, ça, c'est chiffre sur le déjà, nous
And
allons
these are the numbers we already discussed.
c'est tout. Là, là, nous venons de plein de Maribao. Il y en a 4 c'est que 72% de gens qui ont terre qui fait du riz, terre c'est pour eux.
And in this area, 70% of the people producing rice, they own the land.
21% de gens, c'est les gens qui louent terre.
21% rent the land.
Et 7% de gens, c'est les gens qui travaillent terre et qui partagent les récoltes.
And 7% of them, they work on the land and then they share the crops.
Et ça qui va c'est que l'Inde vient en 2012, l'âge moyen des gens qui travaillent dans la filière du riz, c'était 48 ans.
And when I came in 2012, the median age was 48 years.
Et je dis à lui descendre à 40 ans.
And now it went down to 44.
Il y a plus de jeunes qui viennent intégrer dans la filière.
A lot of people want to integrate.
Parce que c'est une filière d'opportunité.
Okay, okay.
And thanks, I'm only here thanks to Raza, and we're working on innovating the agriculture section.
Et ça, nous fait ensemble avec eux, la Kounia, là, nous avons comment nous tripler la production.
And what we're trying to do is trying to see how we can triple
Yeah.
production.
Ça, c'est un tableau qui montre toute opportunité qui y a sur la filière, là, c'est une garde.
This table shows all the promising, like all the opportunities available in the rice sector.
Dans la bouage, il y a seulement 3 millions de dollars qui ont brassé là-dedans.
They're working
Ouais.
with $3 million,
Et c'est 35% nous saisis là-dedans.
and we only get
Dans
35%.
la semence, il y a 1,8 million de dollars, c'est 15% de saisie.
The seeds have 1.8
Parce que nous pas-
million, and we only get 15%.
Non, pour transplanter du riz, il y a à peu près 3 millions de dollars, c'est 46% parce que il y a des gens qui font de façon manuelle. Donc, tableau, ça, c'est un tableau d'opportunité qui montre que toute opportunité qui est dans la filière, et si on a investi, si vous voulez mettre corbeau, mais qui peut mettre corbeau à partir de tableau.
And this table shows all the opportunities in the rice sector and what
C'est
you
tout
can
bon,
do.
c'est tout mettre aller. Le dernier tableau, vous nous voir. Non, non, faut mettre aller. Ça, c'est la technologie que nous mettons dans la filière.
So this
Nous
is the
mettons
technology.
aller. OK? Là, nous voulons parler, il faut tirer tourner là, dans le tableau. Ça. Nous voulons parler de corridor là. On bouche pour nous manger chaque jour.
Okay. So, Pascal, we're going to talk about that. We're not policy side, okay? So, I don't want you all to do like a whole slide presentation et puis n'a pas chance pour parler sur tout bagage ça. So, the first question et puis I'm going to come right back. Hold on. Huh? Yeah, chaque one a une chance pour parler, okay? Just, all right. Huh? Mettez contact. Okay, good. Go ahead. Probably the last slide. Oh. Okay. Okay. Right, tell him. Not first, we're going to give a shock moon avanuale. You don't worry, everybody, you're going to get their contact information because I know you all are very excited to invest, right? Yes. All right, so that's why we're here. What makes the north part of Haiti unique when it comes to the opportunities and investing in what you all are doing? What makes this region so unique and why is it important?
I mean, so far,
Go ahead.
So far in the north, we still have security. And when you look where we work in Limonade, we are very close to the border. We can stop people going to crossing the border that are born right in our area. And you have the industrial parks, and you have fertile land, and you have a lot of youth that can be used to really produce. The workforce is already there. And it's important to invest on that workforce so they can stay and develop the region. So this is something that we cannot neglect. And if we do, we're going to lose them. They would not stay. I think the North now also with Sunwise, you can fly directly into Cape Haitian. You don't have to go to Port-au-Prince. And Spirit as well from Fort Lauderdale. You have so many, and you do have a state university there. Like Songe Haiti, we have a formal partnership with the state university. We have our agronomists from the state university. Out of 5 of the students we sponsor to college, they are now working for us. So you make sure you equip them with the tools and make them feel they contribute into something that is greater for them, to them. You give them motorcycle to go to the field, you give them all the tools they need, and they go to those farmers. Out of the 90 hectares of land they inventoried by zone, so they are the ones to really dispatch in different areas and sit there on the mango trees to do the training 101. It gets personal. And once they do that in that area, you can have that blooming effect. In the north, I think you have all the resources. The workforce is there, it needs to be reinforced. You have the technical capacity that's already there. And you have a port, you also have the airport and so forth. Actually, this is the only main port that is working. All the containers come from the north. So that is something we need to tap into and develop the region.
Perfect. And I think that leads, Diana, go ahead and answer that because you're talking about the workforce development part of it too, which is important. So,
Yes,
Diana.
so I would say like very quick, there is the social aspect of this. Like when I started like working with youth in the northern region, they wanted to prove that, you know, what you couldn't make work in Port-au-Prince, we in the northern region will show you that it's possible. Because there's always been this clash, this fight between the northern region and Port-au-Prince. People in Port-au-Prince said, you know what, like, we're not there, yo, and now Cap Haitian mostly, like the main cities in the northern region, is showing the whole country that there is opportunity for things like to work. And I remember last time I was in the airplane and people were saying, Mon Port-au-Prince, no matter because like they have like this pride about being from the northern region. And all the youths, like about 300 of them that we hire, like in the northern region, show a seriousness about the opportunity that they find when they can get paid for a service and they show up. And I think it's something that we need to take into account and really use it for growing this like all over Haiti.
Yes.
Well, first, and then-
What is
Vous voulez répondre sur ça?
Qui ça?
Opportunité gain pour zone ça. On a parlé de
Bon, comme tout panel là parle là, gon gros opportunité. Et nous tous connaissons, et nous sommes là, nous pas faire sortir.
Since the whole panel is not here, there's a big opportunity.
Non,
We all keep it in our heart, but we don't say it.
pour nous faire grand nord là, spécialement nord-est,
For the
nord,
Grand North, especially in the northeast,
gain un pile potentiel. C'est pas, là, me dire ça, moi rencontré avec des groupes, quand nous avons toute structure là, c'est gestes coréens, nous pas de coréens, et nous commençons, grâce avec Rasa encore,
and
nous
I've met
commençons
some groups.
à connecter force nous, pour nous gagner force dans la production.
I've met some groups, and the structures are there. And thanks to Rasa, we're starting to connect all the groups
Pour nous gagner logistique,
so we can have logistics.
nous gagner export,
We have
C'est
experts
très
in
important.
export, which is very important.
et nous gagner une ressource pour nous faire business management. Yo là, et yo c'est
Resources
expert
to do
tout.
business management, we have experts.
Et plus important, nous gagnons human resources.
And most importantly, we have human resources.
Ça nous manque, nous connaissons.
So what do you think we're missing?
Financement.
L'argent.
Je ne vais pas demander charité, non?
I'm not gonna beg.
Diaspora, qu'on investit pour nous faire comme là tout.
That's
Nous
why
faire
you need
comme
to
là.
invest so we can make the money. So let me tell you,
Nous réaliser 5 bagages en seul coup.
we realized 5 things at once.
Ça veut dire,
Rice.
nous créons manger, dans maïs, dans du dans manioc,
We
pour
create
manioc.
food with rice, corn, and yucca.
Nous créons job.
We create
Nous
jobs.
créons job bon côté surtout pour monde qui jeune.
We're creating, especially for the youth.
Automatiquement, on diminue gang.
Once you do that, you eliminate the gang.
Quel monde qui va dans une manifestation à brûler
Pour 1000 good.
pour 50 gouttes, s'il a un job, la toucher 1000 gouttes par jour.
People are not gonna protest for 50 goods. They're gonna make 1,000 goods a day.
Ça fait 3 bagages.
That's the third thing.
Et puis, nous faisons profit pour nous.
And we make profit.
Honnête profit, pas voler nous.
Honest profit.
C'est pas voler nous.
I
Honnête
didn't
profit.
steal. It's not
Et
from
nous pas
stealing.
trembler, non?
And we don't choke, we don't take advantage of people.
Parce que l'air paye 40 gouttes, 200 gouttes par jour pour tout près. Même 5000 gouttes, nous avons
They're
chaque
paying
jour.
200 goods and
5 fois la valeur.
We're paying 5 times.
Yo pas le
1,000.
Saint-Domingue encore. 5e
We're
bagage
not
là.
going to the Dominican Republic
Nous
anymore.
kembe workforce, nous dans le pays à pour
We
aller
keep our
humiliation
workforce
Saint-Domingue encore.
in our country.
Est-ce que pas vrai, nous faisons déjà, hein?
We've done
Nous
it
avons
already.
prouvé. Et si vous n'avez pas quoi, qui a une capacité pour investissement, nous avons des gens là qui visiter déjà, qui visitent nous tous déjà. Yo, ouais, ça n'a.
Yeah, and if you don't believe us, there are people here who have already visited us.
Invitez-nous, mais invitez les
I'm
amis, nous,
inviting
invitez
you,
frères, nous,
invite
sœurs,
your
nous.
friends.
Cap yo, Haïti, pas une opportunité, non. Non, non, là, c'est nous-mêmes qui allons faire exemple. Ça veut dire que son un workshop n'a fait, nous allons dupliquer du nord à centre, à l'ouest, acide, avait dit que on petit moment là, dans 4-5 ans, nous transformer le pays. Nous pas bien temps nous gagner.
Good job, man.
Let's go with the model.
Amen, amen.
Go all over, and then we're going to transform the country.
Alors, dans la filière du riz en 2019, chiffre nous était à 150 000 $ de 22 en 2019.
In 2019,
150 000 $.
the numbers were 150 million.
Aujourd'hui, nous passons à 2,3 millions de $.
Today, combien? Million?
2,3 millions.
Million?
millions.
Il était à
They are
150
150
000.
million. Oh,
150 000.
I was at 150,000.
Non, 150 000 $.
Where?
Il était quelque chose pendant le commencement. Là, le-
Now it's at 2.5,
Aujourd'hui, nous fait 2,3 millions de $.
2.3 million.
Et nous tellement gain de demandes, nous pas qu'à répondre.
And we have so many requests, we can't handle all of them.
Actuellement, là, nous avons 3 entreprises au Canada qui ont acheté du riz bel nègre sans nous pour vendre au Canada parce que
We have 3 enterprises in Canada buying the Bell Negus rice.
Canada a élargi la coopération commerciale avec Haïti.
So Canada is expanding its cooperation with Haiti.
Et c'est ça qui fait que, dans le cadre de réflexion, nous, dans le travail qu'on fait avec Gaza,
And thanks to the work we're doing with Gaza,
nous avons nécessité pour nous augmenter la production et
we
la
see
productivité.
the necessity to increase our productivity and production.
Et nous avons un projet à faire avec eux là sur les innovations agricoles
And we're working on an innovative project in the agriculture sector
qui permettent de nous augmenter le rendement,
that's going to allow us to increase our yield
qui permettent de nous valoriser les corps de métier en la filière du riz.
and valorize the
Trade skill, pour qui permettre
Trade
que,
skill.
qui pour permettre à ce que nous arrivions au tripler production.
that will allow us to triple production.
Alors, si végétatif du riz, c'est 120 jours, il dit pour faire une récolte, on regarde du riz, ça prend 120 jours.
So if the cycle to make rice is 120 days,
Et avec approche, ça, on a raccourci le 30 jours à 90 jours du riz.
with this approach, we'll decrease it from 80 days to,
Donc, producteur a fait 3 récoltes pendant l'année.
so we'll do 3 in 1 year.
Donc, ça veut dire qu'il y a plus d'argent qui a circulé dans la zone.
So then we'll circulate more money in the
Il y a
area.
plus de manger qui a produit.
We produce more food.
Et je dis à fierté, nous, c'est parce que nous manger à bailler l'école, c'est manger local, nous bailler.
And we're so proud that now they're giving our food at the schools, the local food.
Et nous avons partager avec nous conversation ou bien message que le directeur de l'école ouvrière, il dit c'est pour la première fois que on mange de qualité.
And I can share what the school principal has told us, and they say it's the first time they're eating good quality food
Donc,
at the schools.
Nous voulons profiter de ici pour dire un gros merci à Gaza
So I want to say a big thank you to Gaza,
et dire merci à USAID pour contribution de nous pour l'usine.
and thank you USAID for the contribution in the plant.
Parce que l'usine est équipée, c'est USAID qui nous équipement qui équipe l'usine pour nous.
So USAID equipped the plant,
Et puis nous-mêmes nous construisons bâtiment avec fonds propres.
and we built the building with our own money.
Et ma première c'est tout Fondation Boston parce que c'est avec une de commencer.
And my first was Boston Foundation because they're the first we started with.
Qui était nous premier 10 000 $ pour nous commencer vendre.
And they gave us our first $10,000 to
multipli-
start selling rice.
Et c'est lui qui multiplié qui va nous ça nous là aujourd'hui.
And that's what allowed us to multiply and get where we are today.
Donc je dis à moi que diaspora nous avons un gros rôle dans le pays.
So I think the diaspora, you're playing a big role in the country.
Nous à la fois un réservoir financier pour le pays,
We are a financial reserve for the country.
mais nous sommes un réservoir technique tout pour le pays.
And
Réservoir technique.
so you're technical reserve for the country.
Moi je pense que la contribution nous doit plus engager toujours
So I think you should get more engaged
pour nous bâtir Haïti de demain nous voulons.
to build tomorrow's Haiti that we want.
Et il y a un conseil que me donne bail.
And the piece of advice that I can give you,
Nécessité pour que la diaspora a créé un fonds de la diaspora pour supporter le développement secteur agricole en
and
Haïti.
the necessity for the diaspora to build a fund to develop the agricultural sector.
Parce que le marché crédit agricole là, il est faible.
The agricultural credit sector is weak.
C'est seulement 2% dans l'argent qui rentre au bail crédit.
They only give credit in 2% of the money that comes
Si
in.
le producteur n'a pas jouer l'argent pour le faire garder,
Donc the small productor doesn't have money to farm.
créer un fonds comme ça, on a payé un peu le secteur agricole.
So if we were to create a fund like that, would really boost the agricultural sector.
Merci.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. Albert, Alex, you're being a businessman, so that's. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I would like to add the Great North has a higher percentage of diaspora because in the Northwest, the first influx of diaspora coming to the US in the 70s came from the Northwest, La Tortue, Port-de-Paix, and so forth in the North. But I want the Haitian diaspora to be more intentional about the remittances. And we are not piggy bank. We are no longer an ATM machine. Think about investing. I know you love your families and so forth, but the billions of dollars you invest in, you send in, it's not even investing because it's coming back to the US. When they call you for funerals and everything, or they want a laptop, ask them, submit to your plan, one pager. What do you want to do? Your parents have land after college. You sit, you're waiting for a job, but think out of the box. Help them to create. You can be the coach from where you are and teach them how to develop whatever they have in the surrounded. They can go yucca, they can invest in maize, they can do so much, but hold them accountable as well. There must be checks and balances. Okay, I'm going to invest like $200 in you, but you need to keep track of a book. You do have the expertise and the know-how and how to do that, instead of keep on sending money all the time, and you killing them. Because my children do not have the same attachment with Haiti. I said 2 or 5 years from now, they would not be committed to keep sending money in Haiti. Absolutely. What's going to happen? We're going to disappear. I want the diaspora to be more intentional and send your remittance with purpose. I'm going to help you do that. Even me now, I said, I'm not a bank, I'm a poor woman. But when you come to me, I said, what would you like to do? Let's sit down. And at the school, we developed that mindset of entrepreneur. And technology is also another thing that they can tap on, and I like to see what we can do. Back in the days, they said, la caille, l'église, l'école. That's not the same youth we have now. They are more entrepreneurial. And when you come into the US, they said, oh, madam, I don't have a credit card. They send me a link from Amazon to buy them stuff. And next day, yes, next day you see them on the status. They're selling this. They have a way to do that. Let's tap into those and build that ecosystem we need to get Haiti out of this situation. We cannot be the only country with the last name, the poorest country of the Western Hemisphere. We can do better.
So, when we parle de exportation, I want to talk on exporting really quick with you guys.
So what I wanted to add on this table here.
Alors, bien content de l'intervention ingénieur Gabriel. Parce que le débat là qui est très fort, c'est que faut apprendre à compter sur force. Je dis pour nous suspendre dans plein dit moun pas fait pour nous.
We have to rely on our forces. We have to stop complaining. We have to see what we're not doing enough so we could change our conditions. Don't say the government is bad, so and so is bad. This table, look at it. It was just the last few years that you're looking at. This is how they much put for agriculture in the country.
Ou on donne la salaire revenu par habitant par jour, 3 cents par habitant par jour.
Here it's 3 cents per inhabitants per day.
Look
at the number, 3 cents per day per inhabitant in 2020.
1 cents par habitant
in
pour le secteur agricole.
1 cent.
2022, 2 cents
2022, 2 cents
par jour par tête d'habitant. 2023, 2 cents par tête
2023,
d'habitant par jour et 2024, 3 cents par tête d'habitant
3
par jour.
cents per head per day.
Je dis, on suspend dit l'État pas fait.
So let's say,
On
stop
rassemble
saying the
force nous,
government is not
mettez
doing.
signal ça ensemble parce que toute intelligence ça ou mec là, nous ka transformer pays, nous ka faire notre Haïti.
Let's join the
Et si
forces.
nous connaissons nous créer masse critique ça, ben nous garantit mais masse critique n'a créé là, moun capable de préoccuper l'État, qui va occuper l'administration publique, puis moun ça va aller parce que c'est une vision pour pays parce que moun jodi à là nous gagne yo manque vision ça. Et c'est parce que nous quittons espace là pour eux, nous peur, nous pas organiser nous, et qui fait que je dis à la situation là, et puis tout le monde fait que n'a plein. Donc je dis à là c'est mettez pour mettre mais pour construire vraiment nouvelle Haïti. Hein.
Albert, vamos dar uma questão then. And ça pour tout le monde. This is for everybody. How can somebody right now in this audience, combien de monde là qu'on y a qu'à faire investissement dans ça fait qu'on y a? That's for everybody.
S'il te plaît, tournez. Excusez-moi. Vos tableaux, tournez dans le tableau.
Qui genre, si un monde fait faire investissement qu'on y a, right? Est-ce qu'il y a une grande façon pour nous supporter?
Bon, oui, nous, investissement, comme nous connaissons que nous apprenons avec Haïtiens, mais il y a différents approches. Yes, gagner un gens très facile.
There's a very easy way.
OK? Comment nous-mêmes nous créons un channel parce que nous gagnons une compagnie
So we've
qui est
created a channel.
enregistrée aux
We have
États-Unis,
a company that's
Delaware.
registered in the United States and
qui est
Delaware
réellement enregistrée,
that's really
qui
registered,
recevoir fonds yo,
that receives the funds
et puis nous channel fonds en
and
Haïti.
channel the funds to
Les gens
Haiti.
ça investi,
When this person invests
d'après Patriot Act, nous obligés
based on
prendre
the Patriot Act,
une photo ID moun
they
nan,
have to take the
pour
person's
nous ka
photo
connaître
ID.
que pour nous nan signer que comme ça l'a investi à
And
pas
for the person
sorti
to
dans
sign
une activité
and
criminelle.
say
Et
that
nous
the
ballons
funds did not come
contrat
from
qui
any
vous
criminal
garantit
activities.
nous ballons contrat qui vous garantit investissement.
And we have a contract to guarantee the investment.
Très facile.
It's very easy.
Très
It's
facile.
very easy.
Nous gagnons zéro. Ou moun
sell.
ka investi individuellement,
You can have
nous
individual
ka investi
investments.
en groupe,
You can do
et une
collective
corporation
investments.
ka investi.
And a
Ma parlé
corporation
on
can
non-profit,
invest.
on bagay, on fund manager yo ka
The fund
investi.
managers can
Et
invest.
m'bal dire li nan bouche, m'a pas invité un fund manager n'importe moun qui veut. Al gade ça n'a faire.
And
C'est
I
pas nan
invite
boutique là.
any fund manager
Nous
to
pas
visit
adre
what
nous
we're
deux
doing.
pieds nous kounya là.
We're not empty-handed right now.
OK? Soyez intéressés vite parce que tout bon vous n'a grandi. Mais à cette nous avec valeur business, tout le monde comprenne qui gens ou évaluer pour bien. Est-ce que tout le monde a une notion de brand nous les maman doudou? Est-ce que tout le monde
Does
comment
anyone
a
have a notion of that brand called Maman Doudou?
Nous connaissons même avec
know
nous n'avons petit monde l'école qui va chanter maman doudou.
All school
L'aime
children.
parler avec un pâté qui fait à maï maman doudou pâté cordé, yo manger. Yo parler avec on va habitué que produit déjà avant ça pas.
So when you come with a patty made with Mama
et même
Doudou,
dans
they
tout
eat it.
partenaire on là, tu est très important parce que si m'a bail maï, n'a bail Dieu qui est-ce qu'a fait? Élève l'école yo ou Robert, monsieur ça veut dire que nous faisons force. Nous qu'a faire. Merci.
Alex. Daniel, Gabby, you want to talk, speak on? All right, I'm going to let you all answer that, and then we're going to take questions from the audience.
Songe Haiti is not LLC or Société Anonyme, although we are a non-profit and registered NGOs. But we do have a structure. Even in our students, we invest on them. So the 90, we already pilot several projects. For us, before we started to think of 90 hectares of yucca, we did pilot 2 hectares of yucca last year. We did Combit Subjoumon, 1er janvier 2004. And with the seeds, we have the students help to plant and the agronomists 2 hectares of Joumon and pumpkin, and we had yucca because cassava is the favorite snack of all of Haitian in Haiti and abroad. So this is an investment, and once we do that, we see it's a model farm. We give other people envy, and all of them, all parents from the community says, we want to do the same. We want to invest. So what we do out of the 13 communes of the North, we do have 54 village saving loan associations that are auto-managed by the groups, and they can loan out of their own funding. If we want to expand on that, I would like to sit with you to discuss how we can do, because I got to the point where I am tired of asking every day, help me sponsor that child to college, sponsor the students. But we can invest on them because I don't know for how long. I've been in that fight since 2006, and now I have gray hair. I don't know for how much longer I have. So I need you to join us in that fight. Because if barbecue can get all those gangs together to do the vivre ensemble, let's do our vivre ensemble to get them out of business. Let's get our vivre ensemble to strengthen that workforce, to stay in Haiti, village by village, youth by youth, to create the whole Haitian dream. They can do it. And from my experience, Haitians do not ask for more. Even the government forget about them. Just a little push you give them. The next thing, we don't do a lot. We're not a big NGO. With the investment we do in seeds, when we started with those 130 women, we gave them vegetable seeds that we receive as donation. And next thing we know, they added more. And now they're doing yucca. They can pay for the school themselves. I don't have to keep on bugging you for more and more because charity destroys dignity.
So is the
and we have
investment-
to find ways.
Is the investment just monetary, financial? Is there another way the diaspora can invest in terms of
It can-
knowledge, skill set?
Exactly.
What you're doing?
One thing Haiti does, we set the infrastructure. On our school, it's a model that can be replicated to other villages where you're from. We do have a school with internet capability due to solar panel. We have Starlink. That's what on the Lolo bookmark I said, start where you are. You don't have to be in Haiti to impact Haiti. You can use technology. Just like we have volunteers from UCF, they offer classes. And if you like a business savvy or you financial advisor, we can open that up. And in our school, we do have big screen, we do have all of that. Just help me reinforce that infrastructure so we can attract more people. And the thing you said, like l'école en dehors, l'école la ville, we need to break that nonsense. Because education must be standard, everybody has to eat, food must not be luxury. Let's start to invest, and let's start with the kids, and then you would see a different Haiti, because we are unexcusable to leave this earth, to get that opportunity. So many people, you imagine what that is? Out of 12 million, we sitting here. What can you do to impact the village where you were born? Let's think about that. Like you say, we have the sun. When 2 years ago, when someone donated $15,000 an American women, $15,000 to set up 6 kilowatt of solar energy. I did for the school, and I was able to put 8 solar lamps. Guess what? That was more than 2 years ago. The people were just, you're talking about those people have that pride. They said, we don't need the government electricity anymore. What does that do? At night, they're still selling under the lamps. They charge the funds. They have businesses at night, economic security. And also, they used to come to the village at night to steal their cattle. They don't come anymore. It's just those little details we need to focus on to see what we can do to impact Haiti.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm not going to ask any more questions. I want to open it up for the audience because we only have a few minutes. I know this is a really good conversation, but I want to make sure you all have a chance to say something. Question right here. I guess we're going to do it this way. Come up.
Thank you all for your presentation. Personally, I've learned a lot, and I think most of us can say the same. Actually, from a social standpoint, we can tell what you're doing on the ground make a lot of difference. But now my question is more about the financial aspect of your project, because many of you are asking for investment. For investors, when I want to invest in something, it's value for anyone else. What would be the return on investment? Because you've been talking about we want people to invest, but I don't have a sense of how much people can get as return on investment. That's pretty interesting for me too. I wanted to know.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes. Ok, nan konsorsyon met feyvet, genye de fason ou moun ka investi.
There are 2 ways a person can invest.
Ou ka investi avèk un fixed return,
You can invest with a fixed return,
about 25 à 30% chaque mois.
25 to
Garanti
30%
nan agriculture.
every 8 months. guaranteed in
Ou
agriculture.
bien nous vendons un share.
Or we sell a share to you.
Actuellement, là, nous avons compagnie en niveau 16 millions de dollars.
Right now, this company is
Pardon,
worth
asset, not in
$16 million
Si
in
on vend
assets.
moun investi 2,8 millions de dollars, on a 15% dans la compagnie.
If one person invests
So investi
2.8
2
million,
millions de
we'll
dollars,
give you
on prend
15%.
12%.
2 million, you have 10%.
Minimum investissement, nous prenons c'est 2 millions de dollars.
The minimum
fixe.
investment we take is
Ou bien on va
$2,000.
acheter share,
Or you
à
bear
pas
at
share,
$1,000
minimum pour
per
acheter
share.
2 shares. That's it. Mettez le très facile. pour
I
quelqu'un.
make it
You
very
buy shares, repeat it.
Minimum investissement dans les deux cas, que le fixe, que c'est action à acheter, et 2 000 dollars. Action, nous, c'est 1 000 dollars US par action.
The shares.
Share, ou bien par action, share, OK? Minimum 2 000 dollars.
The minimum is 2,000.
Et ou équivalent en goutte. Ou bien doit investir en goutte. Quand tout le monde qui investit en goutte, mais équivalent c'est 2 000 dollars par personne.
You
Par
can invest
investissement.
good too, but the equivalent is 2,000 per person.
American dollar. Or équivalent en goutte.
All right.
Or équivalent en goutte. Good investment, good, very welcome.
All right. Let's go on to the next question.
Yeah, my question is for the rice. I would like to know, as you are increasing production, rice production, are there work to lobbying or advocacy to reduce importation of rice from Arkansas? Because I think we need to work together as we are increasing rice production. What are we doing to decrease importation? Thank you.
Before you do that, we're only limited to 2 questions here. I see a gentleman that just came up. I know you were in the midst of a conversation, so maybe you can talk to them off the thing. Just another question, yeah. So we're limited on time. So you can answer this young lady's question. And you can come. Sorry about that.
Jodi là, j'aime de dire là,
What I'm saying is today, like I said earlier,
nous importons du riz pour passer 300 millions de dollars.
we import rice for more than $300 million.
Et nous avons terre pour nous produire quantité de riz, ça et même 22.
And we have land to produce that quantity of rice.
Maintenant, si filière n'est
Now,
pas organisée,
If the sector is not organized
secteur privé n'a pas voulu mettre comme là-dedans,
and the private sector does not want to invest,
nous condamnons pour nous acheter du riz. de.
we condemn to get rice from outside.
Il y a un gros avantage que nous gagnons.
One advantage we have is
Haïtiens aiment manger du riz local.
Haitians love local rice.
Yeah. Donc ça veut dire, je dis là, il y a un effort pour nous faire.
So today, one effort we have to make is
Investir plus pour nous produire plus,
invest more so we can produce more,
pour nous manger moins de riz importé.
so that people can eat less imported rice.
Deuxième approche,
The
nous capables de faire,
second approach we can take is
c'est que dans le moment où les récoltes,
when there's the yield, the harvest,
l'État bloque l'importation du riz.
the state blocks the rice from importing rice.
C'est ça la République dominicaine fait.
That's what the Dominican Republic does.
C'est ça qui fait jeudi, la République dominicaine autosuffisante dans du riz.
That's why the Dominican Republic is autonomous right now.
Et-
Self-autonomous.
Oui, autosuffisant, self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient.
OK?
In rice.
Et ils vendent nous, reste ils vendent en Haïti.
And they sell us the leftovers
Même ça, on est broken rice là, broken rice.
and what they're calling the broken rice.
Dominicain vend nous là pour 17 millions de dollars.
The Dominican Republic sells it to us for $17 million.
Ça veut dire que nous pas gain route pas boire, c'est
That means
investir
there's no other way. We have to invest
dans la filière du riz.
in the rice sector
Parce que gain terre, gain de l'eau.
because we have the land and the water.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Daphne Charles, and I'm with the Haitian Education and Leadership Program. First of all, I would like to say that's one of the best panel I've seen in this conference. Because what you guys are presenting is concrete to problems that we have. So congrats, and I hope the NAAHP leaders are taking notes. We need more of those kind of panels in this conference. So the question I would like to ask, because most of you talk about investment, and I think the consortium Medfevet, you touch a little bit about that in the question that you just answered. But I would like to know, for maybe some others of you, what is any like standard and transparent system that you have to receive investment? And I'm not taking that because I want to scare people, but it's just I love so much that you are doing. I would like to put people at ease so that they can actually invest. But I know if there's not a structured system, standard and transparent, mon pas intéressé. So I would like to give you an opportunity to talk about that.
Bon, même m'a répondre question.
I'd like to answer the question.
Bon, me dire non bien.
Let
Je
me-
parle avec deux voix, mon gars. Bon, me dire.
I talked to a couple of people.
Nous sommes ingénieurs électroniques et télécommunications.
I'm an electro
Et
engineer
m'enseigner
in
en pile
communications,
dans
and I
l'université,
teach
regardez.
a lot at the university.
ADM, moi,
My
administrateur, moi.
administrator
Il y a même background, ils ont maîtrise dans ça, tout
has
dans
a
l'électronique.
master's
Nous travaillons dans manufacturing, heavily regulated environnement pour aerospace, military. You know what, a lot of that. Cependant, question qui n'est pas que transparency li accompagné avec un high level of technology.
I've
Est-ce
worked
que nous
in
comprenons?
highly regulated
Yes.
institutions.
Cependant, les nous établis, nous établir. Mais lorsqu'on investit comme bois, faut me protéger. C'est pas vrai? Faut me protéger. So laisse ça ou même. Vous avez accès pour combien qu'on investi, koto et même si pas investi, il pas bien moi. M'pa quitter l'ouest parce que m'pa venir boy côté comme bois. Est-ce que nous comprenons?
Yeah.
Cela veut dire que, sous dehors, ou pas qu'à comprendre la transparence. Maintenant, nous investissons en moi. L'offre d'investissement, c'est pas bien, donc nous avons un contrat, et puis nous formons un groupe. Vous comprenez ça, et puis, ça fait une transparence. Et puis tout, il faut nous comprendre. Pays nous, qui est lié en termes d'Internet connexion, power. Ou va comprendre, ça veut dire que l'aime de power, ou même qui était dans la gonave, ou bien qui investit, tout qui ou capable parce qu'on va gagner l'électricité. Mais nous-mêmes, nous créons un système solaire, ok, pour nous toujours gagner Internet connectivité. D'ailleurs, c'est Starlink nous prend. Ou à n'importe moment pour avoir accès dans le network, non? Et qui pour avoir accès pour ça qui passer pour ça. OK? Ça veut dire que il y a un bagage c'est transparence, rapport avec les investissements. Quand qui j'en ont fait? Un mois avant investissement maturité, c'est là où investir son corps et puis on expect return dans 8 mois. Dans le 7e mois, dans le groupe ça ou additionné à le network, on dit oh. Tout le monde qui a un contrat a commencé par 4 chiffres, commencé par année, il commence par un mois. Par exemple, si tout est investi en janvier, nous en novembre, nous disons, bon, ok, depuis en septembre, grand temps qu'on est, pour prendre la maturité, mettre combien de corps pour le faire, soit faveur, ou qu'à prendre dans l'intérieur, ou qu'à réinvestir. Tout comme ça, tout gain mois, qui finit commencer par l'intérieur, après notre mois retourner, non seulement il additionné. C'est transparence, ça, nous gagnons, ou qu'à comprendre.
Communication.
Okay, merci. Communication.
Merci. Avant de finir, last question. Comment you can be contacted? How can they keep in touch with you, with everybody? Very quickly.
I'm Gabrielle Orel. We distributed some of our bookmarks. You can reach out. We'll get you a bookmark, Mark. And my Haiti number is 37390725. And I'm on 24/7. And we have a website, Songe Haiti, sonje-ayiti.org. We receive donation as well as investment. Everything is tax deductible. And before I leave, we are doing Combit Subjumu au Cap 2e édition. This is your opportunities to buy 1 ball of Subjumu for $5 for someone in Haiti that would be distributed 2,500 balls in Cape Haitian Catemore Limonade And you can Zelle us that $5 per bowl, 954-328-0467. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabby. Daniel?
So our partnership like with Hometown Association is what is key for us to develop this capacity, like to give the youth the possibility like to produce the seedlings that will serve the purpose of all these like gentlemen like doing like large production. If you go like to Sakala-Haiti, Sakala-Haiti, you will be able like to see ways that you would be able like to donate and also to know more about this Hometown Association capacity to really empower the youths in your community to have a small franchise where they can become like seedling producer, seeds bank for these large productions that definitely give us like good contracts to hire the youths who are desperately looking for alternatives not to drain the gangs.
Thank you, Daniel. Alex?
Ok, nous-mêmes, même pour contracter, tout le monde a gagné plume. Je vais deux numéros très faciles, tout le monde va même gagner plume pour changer. Si c'est en Haïti, nous avons contacté, Harry Nicolas Metfevet, nous avons contacté, nous avons 46, 46, 99, 99, 99.
Oh,
46,
Et so here,
6, 9 après. OK? Ça fait une. Dans le numéro ici, si les ici, nous contactez l'office, nous, c'est 434 436 0444. Et vous voyez, 434 436 0444. Merci, live. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Alex. Albert?
Alors,
Numéro avec email, Instagram, Snap, whatever you have.
OK.
OK, ma bail d'information li pour lui. Téléphone li c'est 420 422 42 22 11 63 42 22 11 63 with 509. Ça c'est téléphone Haïti li. Téléphone Haïti li c'est 509 42 22 11 63. His number in Haiti is 509 4222 1163. 509 4222 1163. His email is CLESDAYI2002@gmail.com. CLESDAYI-2002@commercial-gmail.com. Tout le
Thank
monde
you.
nous capte li? Yeah, I have it here.
All right, and thank you. Last but not least, I want to make sure, Marlene, go ahead and give how they can reach out to you as well.
All right. CreoleSolutions.com.
Everybody, round of applause